What's up, y'all? I'm headed to work, First Form, and man, this week for some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just workouts are catching up with me or I'm not eating enough food. I don't know what it is, but I have just been freaking dragging and feel like I'm not recovering from my workouts or just at all. Energy is like super low. And I don't want to take in more caffeine because, well, too much of that's not a good thing. But I was tinkering last night. I was tinkering with just the amount of food that I'm taking in. Because right now, so I have a CrossFit comp coming up in about 2 weeks or so. And really with CrossFit, it's you don't do it for aesthetics. You don't do it for how you look or anything like that. It's purely for, I mean, when you're doing that, you got to fuel for performance. So you cannot eat in a caloric deficit or else you'll have awful performance. Like you won't be able to actually do much of anything, to be completely honest. So that's something I did experience early on when I was, I don't know what the freak? The highway's blocked off. I don't know why. There's a bunch of firefighters out there there's video cameras. I don't know why they're there. But when it comes to CrossFit, like early on when I was training for this comp a couple months ago, I was only taking in 2,500 calories, and I leaned out really fast, but my strength just was plummeting. I felt even more exhausted now than I am now, and I adjusted my calories up to like 3,000, which helped out. But as I'm doing all this, I'm like, man, I need to, I think I probably need to bump them up again. I mean, it's not that it's gonna make that much of a difference, but it's so close to the comp in my opinion, because it's like, well, I mean, we're 2 weeks out. I don't know how much progress I can actually make within 2 weeks. Strength-wise, probably not hardly anything. Conditioning-wise, probably a lot more. I mean, I can always get my cardiovascular, I guess, in shapeness isn't a word. Just conditioning. Get my heart in better conditioning. But yeah, I ate probably 3,500, 3,800-ish calories last night. And just waking up today, I felt a whole lot better. And then I'm going to be probably doing a workout later this afternoon because we have a team building thing we're going to be doing. And I mean, I should last maybe 2 hours or so, and then I'll go and knock out a training session really quick, which it'll be hard to judge because typically I work out in the mornings. So if I'm working out in the afternoon, naturally I always feel more energized, have more food in my system, definitely more awake, definitely more caffeine in my system. So typically I just perform better. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to tinker with it after the CrossFit comp, because I just think that I might have been under fueling just a little bit to a degree if I'm starting to feel this way. So I don't know. We'll play around with it. But usually when I'm driving and I'm headed to HQ, I usually will listen to like a podcast. I've been actually listening to Modern Wisdom. If you haven't listened to it, it's a really good one. And it's one with Ryan Holiday, which he's big into like the stoicism or just the stoic side of things, which I mean, I typically enjoy, and it's fun to hear and listen about. I'm only about 18 minutes in. I would turn it on, but I mean, that would kind of suck, just me listening to that and not chatting at all. But yeah, that's something that I do my best to do, is constantly learn and just take in stuff. And I know there's a fine balance between taking in stuff and then making sure you apply it and yada 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 and everything like that. I understand that, but for the most part, I just think it's a good thing to consume information, and then you're not going to use all of it, but you're going to use some of it and make your life better with it. And that, it's crazy just the amount of information we have out online now. I mean, it's at a point now where we have everything we need to go and build whatever the heck we want, to be completely honest. But I feel like, I know people just don't want to work. I don't want to say hard enough for it. I guess it would be hard enough for it, but more so it would be they don't want to work hard enough and then long enough for it. That's usually the biggest thing that I've seen, is just that piece there. So you can basically find anything that you need. If you're trying to build a business, you can find whatever the heck you want. Or even like on YouTube, if I need help with YouTube, I can literally find it so easy. So there's so much time just to be able to do, or so much information to be able to go and do what you want. And so really, there's really no excuse. I mean, technically, there should be, percentage-wise, more successful people now than there was years ago. But percentages usually still shake out the same. It's still usually 20% of the people will do it, and they'll drive 80% of the results. And that's just how it is, which I've always wondered why we are wired that way as humans, because it's always interesting. I don't know if people, I don't know if it's, I guess it's a lot of things now that I'm starting to think about it, because when it comes to just society, a lot of people don't have someone to set a really good example for them as far as what hard work actually looks like. And man, this is one of my biggest pet peeves with most of the jobs that you'll go and work at. Man, they have it where it doesn't matter how good you perform, you just have to sit in that seat, be a cog in the wheel for time, and then finally you get promoted. That was the only thing I didn't like about when I worked at Honda. Had incredible bosses. Like, he and I still talk, and he is a awesome dude. But just the overall how things were set up, you just go, you clock in, you clock out. Oh shoot, I gotta speed up here. And then that's really it. There's nothing to incentivize you to work harder. Yeah, they have the pay structure and everything like that, but I came in as I believe it was a level 1, step 2 engineer, and well, once you get to a level 2, technically you have a little bit of a pay cut because you don't have you're not able to do overtime. So there's really not even a benefit to go up, which doesn't really make any sense. So that's the thing I love about First Form, because well, it doesn't matter if you're the newest person there. Like, if you're truly the best, well, then you're gonna get promoted. Now, obviously, you have to watch things for time, because if someone comes in, maybe they can get hot. Can they really stay hot though? Can they actually continue their performance and everything? So it's I don't know, but I touch on that because, well, how work systems are right now, it's not set up to motivate people to push hard. And then if you look at just the family dynamic, there's really not. So honestly, the family dynamic in America is freaking awful. I mean, I was fortunate to have a great dad and mom who showed me really what it does mean to work hard. Now, were they perfect? No. I would say the thing that they lacked, they were narrow-minded in the standpoint of basically, once you go to college, the job that you get, that's the one you stay with, and you stay there for years and everything like that. And that's not the path that I took, because being in engineering, getting an industrial engineering degree from Mississippi State, and then working to build my coaching business, and then eventually coming out here to First Form, it was definitely a non-traditional path than everybody in my family was used to. But I mean, it's worked out okay, doing really well. So, but I'm about to, I need to freaking get some gas. This is always the thing. I always like procrastinate when it comes to getting gas. It's one of those things. But I don't know how many, because I usually stop off at Wally's, which is just down the road from First Form headquarters. I don't know how many, this camera needs a flip, but I don't know if there's a Wally's near any of you, but dude, they have some really good food. At least I think it's good food. Is it healthy food? Not really, but they have this kitchen sink burrito that has like eggs in it, some brisket, and a bunch of other stuff. Man, it's freaking good. So, all right, well, I'm gonna sign off, get some gas, go freaking crank it. But y'all make it a good day.